Good day and welcome to your favorite program, Student's Voice, coming to you live from A to Z online television. It's me, Abbas Kote. Today we are at the shores of Fbc College, engaging Head of Department of the Peace and Conflict Studies. Well, we want to know the importance of the Peace and Conflict Studies in contemporary society. Stay tuned as we engage students, lecturers, and the Head of Department. Good day and welcome to A to Z Television. Can you tell viewers your name?
My name is Aruna Lume.
Mr. Lume, how is your journey been like as a lecturer?
It's been a mixed journey, sometimes good, sometimes bad.
So with regards to the career path, what are the career paths that are available for students pursuing the peace and conflict?
The career paths are invaluable and they are numerous, I have to say. So, but peace is an interdisciplinary course. So you come into peace from, let's take diploma, the 2-year diploma course. You do everything from history, from government, from good governance, almost everything. You even do a bit of mathematics and statistics because you have to write, reports, you have to do statistical calculations, and so I say peace cuts across. Now let's think about, you want to become at diploma level, you do a subject called international humanitarian law, for example. You are not a lawyer, you will not become a lawyer, but then you will have some legal ideas and basic legal rules and applications. So it really cuts across. But just like any other discipline and any other course, I think it depends on how much work the student will put in. So at the university, we'll give you everything that you need to make you marketable and to make you an outstanding student. But at the end of the day, you give the same time, same opportunity, same exam to students, and they come up with different grades. So, and that will determine what you become later. So for a lot of maybe the people who say it's not important and all of these things, these are people who maybe have not really taken the course seriously.
So far, what is your assessment with regards to the relevance of peace in contemporary society?
So, just like any other course, we need development and we need evolution. The job market, I want to go to that, specifically. The job market is becoming ever so demanding. And so, a few years ago, in response to this demand of the job market and employers, we actually had to review our curriculum. We reviewed our curriculum so that the courses and even the contents of the courses actually match the demands of the job market out there. So students can't leave our department, they can't graduate with a diploma or a bachelor in peace and conflict studies, and maybe they don't have a job or their qualification can't match their output when they go out to work. So what we have done too is, when I did this course, we thought that maybe the name of the course needed to be changed, to be developed somehow to become attractive. So what we have done in the review of the curriculum, of the departmental curriculum, we have not really changed the name of the course. What we have done though is to have specialty areas. So for example, now for those students in year 1, when they will be graduating in a few years, they will not be having an ordinary bachelor in peace and conflict studies. They will be specialized in 4 different areas. One of that will be in conflict resolution, another will be in security, another will be in human rights, and different things. So you become specialized in a particular area, and then that way you become a master of that area compared to the previous batch of students who just had a general and Bachelor of Peace and Conflict degrees.
Are you having a problem looking your best? Well, worry no more. Winnie's Designs, located at 50 Pademba Road opposite Wellington Street and 29 Pademba Road, is your fashion destination. We stock a selection of trendy, relaxed and casual wear. We carry the best collection of women's clothing and accessories in town. We feature a wide collection of men, ladies, and children's clothing and accessories in contemporary styles and fashion.
Good day and welcome to A to Z Online Television. Can you tell viewers your name?
Okay, my name is Brian Jane.
So which department are you?
I'm from the Peace and Conflict Department.
Level.
I'm currently a 3 student.
So take us through your journey as a Peace and Conflict student. How was it like?
Okay, well, I applied to be a Peace and Conflict student in 2019 after I started my class. Well, basically, I didn't know much about the department before coming into it. And by the time I came into it, I understood its reference. And I understood it has more to do about understanding peace than just the normal stereotype that it is more about war and fighting. Peace and Conflict Department is more of a multicultural department that has to do with a lot of things that are in essence more understandable and more developed. My journey has been, well, basically I would say smooth, although there have been few bumps along the road. There have been a few disappointments and basically all the stuff that comes along with students, as you already know.
Yes. It's Tibbins Fashion House, home of fashion. We're located at 133 Pedemba Road, Freetown, opposite the Magistrate Court. Your fashion destination where ladies are exclusive and divine. The boutique that helps you look your very best. Be it casual or formal, our friendly staff will color your life with elegance.
My name is Joseph Fbc.
So what department are you in?
Peace and Conflict Studies.
What level are you in?
Yes.
So take us through your journey as a Peace and Conflict student.
Well, it has been exciting and enlightening as well because back then, without the knowledge of Peace and Conflict Studies, it was really difficult for us to comprehend the kind of violence that we face, not only in Sierra Leone but in Africa as a whole. But now I think with this knowledge, I'm much more enlightened as to what's ahead of us as a nation.
So, have you ever had challenges with regards to departments? Because we meant to understand that people are frowning in coming to the department. How true is it?
Yeah, it's true. And as I said, it's based on ignorance because a lot of people don't know the efficacy of studying Peace and Conflict Studies. And I wish probably there could be a forum where public lectures could be done on such, and you will see the high influx of students to pursue the course.
My name is Dr. Alex Valimbayo, Head of Department Peace and Conflict Studies, Fbc College, University of Sierra Leone.
So, looking at the department itself, there has been many controversies as to what Peace and Conflict stands for. Can you take viewers, what is the essence of the department itself?
I don't want to really refer to the department itself, but the concept of the word itself, peace. When you look at the word peace, I will always say, like I tell my students, peace is the womb within which development takes place. If you go back into history after the First and Second World War, basically 1945, we saw the 1919 League of Nations failing in 1945. We saw when the war ended, the UN, United Nations, was formed. What was the essence of it? It was to make sure that the womb that gives back to development was prepared ready to give back to development projects or activities. Without peace, nothing happens. Everything collapses without peace. When conflicts are going on, whether it has to be intra or inter, there is no way development is going to take place. So my department represents basically that, trying to make sure that people are aware and peace is enhanced, and the human resource that is required to make sure, even if there's conflict, that they will handle it amicably to prepare this one. So basically I'm saying peace is inevitable. Peace is the most important good that everybody has, whether you are a scientist, whether you are a spiritual person, whether you are a geographer, whether you are a chemist, no matter who you are and your vocation, you require or you need peace to be able to operate in that vocation, without which nothing works. So I don't just want to limit it to my department, but it's a good for the generation or for the world that we need to have it to be able to operate. Without it, nothing else happens.
So the perception of people with regards to peace and conflict, they said it is only important during war. How true is it?
That may be a very sad perception. I don't know who and who in society may be carrying this. But when we talk about conflict, I mean, that is why we differentiate conflict scenarios or maybe different categories. When we have conflict, I mean, that is different because you know there is violence, there is killing, there is amputation. But when we talk about conflict, conflict does not just exist in the physical form. Conflict can be psychological. Conflict can be emotional. So conflict exists. Like I said about peace, conflict also is inevitable because it exists in society. Even within yourself, there's always conflict. So when people say, oh, because there is no fighting, we don't need to talk about peace, I mean, it's ridiculous. I want to educate them or maybe to inform them that peace or conflict is not just because you are seeing violence happen. As human beings, we live with violence. Violence is within us. It may be between us, amongst us. Difference is what causes violence. Because you're tall, somebody is short, somebody is fair, somebody is coming from a wealthy family, somebody is more educated, somebody has more resources. All of these things are differences. And when these ones are happening or are visible amongst us, conflict is bound to happen. Like always, I will tell people, it's not because conflict, we say conflict, that we also think is always negative. Like we have taught our students, or we have books that we read by Ledrak and some others. Conflict also may be something that is good. Conflict brings in a lot of goodies, but sometimes we concentrate on the negative things, and that is why we are afraid of conflict. Conflict is inevitable, like I said, so there is no way we can do away with it, and there is need also to study it because we need to resolve conflicts as they happen every day. I have said we have it in our lives, amongst us, within ourselves. Sometimes we are at conflict with ourselves as to which party to go, because if you have 2-3 invitations, which ones do you choose? Whose party are you going? Because they are all your friends. So we are in a conflictual situation every time, every moment.
So, what would be your final word for students who are planning to opt for the department?
This is the department that you need to come up to. As a social scientist, I will tell you, you who is interviewing me know very well the modules that we offer. We offer almost every other module that gives opportunity to students to divert into anything. We do natural resource government, human rights, even law aspects, international law. We are doing environmental studies. We are doing peace and media. We are doing human rights. All of those aspects, by the time you graduate at year 4, you must have gone through all of the disciplines that people might find viable, that people might find important, and people may like to engage in. So when you graduate with our first degree, the world is open to you to go into every other aspect of human discipline that you think you can be engaging to contribute in order to better yourself, to better your community, to better this nation and the world at large. Just look at UN, the opportunities UN offers. Well, like I call our department as a branch of UN, because that is what we do. You can attest that when students graduate, they are at the banks, they work for road transport, they work for the police, they join the military, they are teachers, they are practitioners, they are researchers. We produce vast number of students that are involved in different disciplines, and disciplines that are all geared towards the development of a society or as a nation. So I want to advise whoever want to come to the department that come. Department is open for you. Whatever discipline or career path you may want to choose, we have all the options.